This announcement for all the faint-hearted. You might want to dip before the jerks get started. If you like frank conversation, then pull up a seat. If you like the unexpected, then you're in for a treat. But you're not a captive, there's no ransom to pay. You can just hit the X if you don't want to play. Don't like what we do, then you can hit the X. Don't like what we say, you can hit the X. Don't want to join the crew, you can hit the X. You don't have to stay, you can hit the X. This is not a hostage situation, you can hit the X. This is not a hostage situation, you can hit the X. This is not a hostage situation.
You're embarrassing yourself. Go to bed. And they are embarrassing themselves tonight, folks.
Ooh, all over the place.
Yes,
Hey, Shining, you did make it. Congratulations. You made a
We
lot.
just might snatch one out of bed tonight.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome back.
I'd like to explain to you all. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to let them know TJ's still at work, so she might join us later.
Yeah, should have worked late. Just going to explain our background to everybody. It's insanity. If insanity was a picture, you know, that's what I was channeling when I made the background, because
the current state of YouTube.
Yes, the current state of YouTube. It is just utter insanity.
It really
it's
is,
so
y'all.
Crazy. You all read the back chat and let me know. Where do we start, ladies?
Well, I mean, we get right the hell into it, I guess. Queen OG, y'all. I'm going to say your name. I'm going to say it all. Look, she's
liar, liar, cheetah pants on fire.
She has went live once or twice, maybe twice by now, with, you know, I'm going to come clean about what really happened. Let me give some context first for those of you that don't know. This is a YouTuber who lied, said she was in a coma because she couldn't take a little bit of heat she was getting off YouTube about some oxygen in a can. People were like, man, that's not real oxygen. That's your camera's on, Eliza. Well, it's not on, it's black. It's some oxygen in a can. That's not real oxygen. She freaks out, loses it, and pretends to be in a coma. While she's in this alleged coma, okay, she is beating up her community wall post. She is leaving comments under the comment sections on videos. She is in her Discord dropping pictures of herself in a coma, but it's not her. It's somebody else. She just admitted that too, by the way, that picture was not her. While Alzheimer's, this is going down, she also wanted people to keep their memberships so that they could, and remember, she's supposed to be in a coma. She wanted people to keep their memberships and say good things about her so her sons could read them.
Sue, can you just have a quick look in the back, please?
Yes.
I just need an okay for something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love that.
Okay, we'll do that then.
But anyway, let me cut to the story. So she's back. She came back, what, a couple weeks ago? And she's supposed to give the reason of everything that happened. The truth of what really happened was the title of the first one. You don't get anything but a bunch of nothing. And then she goes live again today with, I think the title was, I'm sorry. And all you hear is excuse after excuse after excuse, not giving any
Well,
reason to why she faked her coma.
it's not even excuses because she doesn't interact with what's actually going on.
Exactly.
She goes on about all these videos that were made and all the nasty things that were said, as if these suddenly sprang from nothing. And they weren't responses to a whole load of bullshit that was going on with her accounts, pretending to be her husband, pretending to be her lawyer, legal threats,
Yes.
all the things that were said. It's as if she will not interact with any of that. Because she's got to pretend that it didn't happen. And as she says that she came back and her memberships were off and her channel was in disarray. Oh, you didn't read your community wall that was full of your supposed lawyer and your supposed husband making legal threats against the other YouTubers. You just sort of, that spontaneously all just disappeared on its own accord. Nothing that you say makes sense. You're trying to present this as people who like you and people that hate you. Let's bypass that. Let's talk about reality.
There
The
we go.
facts of what actually happened. It's not about love and hate. It's about this was said. And now you're trying to say that what we saw happen didn't happen, that our eyes deceived us, that we are deluded. And
It's just
I
about
don't
hate.
accept you. You are not only calling us liars, you're saying that we are responding to something that didn't happen. I would just want to talk about reality. I came into your live under my YouTube name, no sort of troll account or anything like that, and asked you some very simple, straight questions. I didn't insult you. I didn't come in with any anger. I just said, what about this? What about this? And the one thing I will say is that you did admit that the photograph that your account, let's be specific here, the photograph of a woman in a coma on an ECMO machine with a tracheotomy that you claimed was you, your account claimed was you, was not a photograph of you, it was a photograph of someone else. Well, surprise, surprise, we knew it wasn't you.
Yeah.
But now, because you can't people are asking you specifics as to why you don't have a scar in your neck like the person in the photograph would have. You face up to the fact that this is not you. But there's no apology for the fact that you exploited an image of a woman actually struggling to live, as if somehow that's better.
Yeah. Oh, and then also you get hit with she's got some lame enablers, which enablers are always lame, but they're going to hit you with the, what business is it of yours? If you say something that stupid one more time, if you were any closer to me, I'd smack you. I swear I would, because that is such a stupid that's not a response. That is stupidity. That is you dumbing down something that this woman made everyone's business. May I remind you, she was emailing people.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get into an argument with Hush Pup in her live. I was trying to keep it
Just
to the
her.
facts.
Yeah.
I was trying to avoid emotions and getting worked up in any way. I just wanted, because I didn't want to be able to give her a reason to be emotional about it. She still tried it. She still just sort of shut me down by saying, oh, it's about, sort of liking and hating. No, I just wanted answers to actual questions and things that happened. And Hush Pup was there going on about, oh, you're a person with bad health. What about your medical records? Hey, if I'd threatened you with the mob or legal action or tried to disability shame you or any of the things that were done to me by Queen OG and other people by Queen OG, you might have a leg to stand on. But like me, you don't.
Well, there we go. Instead of just answering these simple questions, why did you fake your coma? Why did you threaten people? Why did you exploit a photo of a woman that wasn't you? You're just hit with the lamest stuff.
It's just people hate me, you can't do anything right. YouTube will be the death of you. They either love you or they hate you. I grew up off government cheese and then I was a princess, mafia princess.
The fuck are you talking about?
Right.
Government cheese was delicious.
Yes, it melted the best.
Oh, I hated that stuff. It's like Velveeta. It's gross.
Well, it's just insanity to me that some people accept this for an answer too, and then think that everybody else is going to accept
Yeah,
it,
she's
and that I'm going to be
definitely,
okay.
you know, she's adjacent to the true crime. That's where a lot of her subscribers found her at, right?
Bullhorn Betty stuff, yeah.
Yeah. And so what does she expect? You're going to come in here lying and people aren't going to question that when there's like clear evidence to the contrary? You
got
know,
bad background, Eliza.
You got,
hold on.
You've got this. Hold on. Let's see if I turn my fan off if it helps. You've got this huge stack of evidence that says all of this stuff happened, and then she's like, "Yeah, no. I'm not going to tell you."
Update from the chat. Apparently, she's changed her mind again, and now that photo is her.
Now it's her. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me.
Where is your tracheostomy scar? And don't say the person in that photo doesn't have one, because they do, and they're on an ECMO machine, and I am intimately acquainted with both. I did a full breakdown of exactly what was going on in that photograph when we first saw it.
Yes, you did.
Unbelievable.
Now, we're not going to put up that photo of this woman again. I thought it might have come off a TV show, but I think as we figured out more, she's actually stolen a picture of somebody and used it to play on people's emotions during that time by dropping it in her Discord that it was her.
But look, you can't even say that it's a photograph of her from the past, because she said tonight on screen she has never had a tracheostomy, never. So she could never have been the person in that photograph.
I'm sure a lot of you have seen that photograph, but we just don't want to show it because we feel like it exploits the other person. That's,
if it's a real person, it's not off the TV show, then that would suck. It really would. Yeah. At first, I thought it may. I'm so glad I don't watch these crazy people. You know, Cammie, we didn't even watch this lady. We didn't interact with her. We didn't go in her chat. But
when I was telling you guys, I was pretty indifferent about her before all of this. And
right.
I would pop in every once in a while, check her out because she's a little wacky. Sometimes it was funny. But yeah, this was just wow.
This is one of those things, though, when you hear about it, you're like, I got to see this. You got to be kidding me. Yeah. This lady's going to.
She's embarrassed. I'm sure she is, but I mean, you can get.
You should be.
And then tonight she's going on like, well, they said, but I don't watch them, but I heard they want an apology. So, I mean, it's like O.J. Simpson saying,
I don't give a damn about an
apology.
You owe me nothing. But what you should do is face up to the reality of what went down. If you had some sort of mental breakdown, then own up to it. People would probably be sympathetic. If you were in some sort of altered state and you went off and got treatment, fair enough. But you can't just come back after all the wild things that were posted, the abuse, the threats, and the emails, and the stuff that was posted on your community wall, and not interact with what actually happened, as if all these responses came from nowhere and weren't responses to something that you did.
Right.
Yeah. And I like what Reese asked a really good question. And I would like to know the answer to that too. She's like, real question, no shade. Do you all think anyone believes her? And that's some of these people are not stupid, y'all. I've seen some in her chat, and I'm like, you're not
tend to believe her.
Or they definitely want to enable her. KK, what is wrong with you? When Pro goes in there with a question, a legitimate question, and KK, we just want positivity.
No, KK. No, ma'am. No, KK. You don't get to hit us with the we just want positivity. No, I get sick of lames around here. It's not your business. Positive vibes only. Shut up.
This woman went all over publicly into people's chats, comment sections, all of that with her bullshit. And now when people have questions, oh, we just want positivity. No.
No, ma'am. No,
Oh,
ma'am.
thank you, Dree. That's
Thank you,
2.
Dree.
We have 2. I forgot to mention we have a goal set. When we reach 10 stickers of any color, of any value, we get 10 of them. We're going to debut Soup's new intro. So if you guys want to see that.
Y'all, this intro, I am so in love with it.
Well, it's a Pearl special, so there's that.
Yes.
Yes. I should have added that. It was made by Pearl.
You know anything?
Can I complain about Canva for a second?
Yes.
Canva did a whole new thing to me while I was making this intro that was really special. Canva, if you could be slightly more specific, that would be wonderful. I tried to download the finished item and it said, one of your edits hasn't sort of worked out properly and it won't sort of download. It refused to download because there was some edit that there was a problem with, but it wasn't going to give me any clues.
No clues.
No
There were
clues.
18 pages and each page had multiple little small things that could possibly be the wrong edit, but Canva wasn't going to give me any clues. Oh no, I had to go through each one to discover page 13, fuck you.
Oh, I love you, Pearl, and you just powered through. But Canva does give you a hard time. It gives everybody a hard time. But
if you could just say, oh, and by the way, it's page X. That's where the problem is. I'll still look for, you don't have to tell me what the specific edit is, but if you could just cut it down to a page, that would be great.
Wouldn't it? Oh, Bugsy, you are a jerk. We love you. Thank you, Lady 7-Up. Thank you all who sent in the super chats. I like what Pollyanna said. When you're not one of the people who was disrespected, threatened, mocked, and lied on, you don't get to tell us how we should feel. And that's true. And let me remind y'all, this is a lady that we don't have anything to do with. And we got a threatening, long 7-page email from her just a year ago. She's threatening us with the mafia to bust our kneecaps and stuff. No, you don't get to do that shit. And we didn't even say anything about it at the time because I know something's wrong with you. Exactly what, I ain't sure. I'm not a doctor, but something's wrong. So we didn't address it. Whatever, lady. Go on. And now we have her back from this coma that all went down on YouTube. Threats and all. And we're met with, it's not your business. I don't have to show you my medical records. That right there.
No one's asking for your medical records.
It's a distraction. It's a
We're
distraction.
asking you to explain what the fuck was going down with all the legal threats and
it was all over.
Drama.
It was all over her community wall. She can't
changed.
like, oh, I have no idea what happened. She
changed her about section. Remember that?
Yeah, and then YouTube took it over. Remember?
Yeah,
YouTube lawyer,
YouTube legal.
I didn't even mention fake YouTube legal.
Yeah, didn't even spell it right.
Husband and YouTube legal, and her lawyer were
it's
full of typos. Took over.
It was pure insanity, and she can't explain it. She says that when she came back and had to go, just recently, she didn't get back till like December because she was, in ICU for 3 weeks, and then transferred into the regular hospital until sometime early December. That's what she said. I'm not co-signing that.
Well, she thinks that because it was a blur for her, and it may have been, that time.
But it's crystal clear to us. Oh,
but
I think there may be some blurs. I think there may be some blurs in her memory. I think so, because she seemed pretty manic. But I
mean, I see you. If any of you have had the experience, you know this. But if you haven't, just sort of bear with it. ICU is very weird. It's a very weird experience to come out of. 80% of people who are on life support for any amount of time, this is an actual fact here that I'm hitting you with. 80% of people who are on life support for any time will have post-intensive care syndrome, PICS,
I've heard you talk about that.
And yet, this lady here, who was on life support for 3 weeks, she claims, and in hospital for even longer than that, does not have a single sign of pigs at all. Now, she could very well be one of the 20% who don't. But given that she says that she doesn't remember anything and how close to death she says that she was, it seems remarkable.
Yeah, very remarkable. And well, like I was stating earlier, well, no, that was on Earth's where I said that, you know, she looks really good for someone who just came out of ICU, you know, on her deathbed in a coma, because she made sure, let me remind you all, because replay crew, do not hit us with the weak shit. I'm just going to be intercepting.
I will sick Pearl on you. I will like, here's a weak
at every turn.
Pearl, go get him.
Do not come in with shit. Do not come in with what business of yours. Do not come in with anything weak. Make sure your argument is solid and tight. If I see one thing, I might even block the word words, not your business. Okay. I don't know. I need it to be.
No, let them do it. I'm all in for a comment thread tussle.
Because if you come in with that weakness, so let me remind y'all, this, like I was saying, she looked refreshed when she came back. She looked good.
Yeah,
she did.
Looked better than I'd seen her in probably a year.
So I'm not going to speculate on here, but I have in my mind where she probably went. That's all well and good. Mm-hmm. But what you don't get to do, nobody gets to do this. Nobody, it does not matter who you are, is everything we just told you she did. And then come back and laugh in everybody's face, piss on their leg and tell them it was just rain the whole time. You don't get to do that to people. Now, some people will accept it. Don't ask me why. I cannot understand that mindset. I would never sit in your chat. Look, we walked away from Lolita because she couldn't be honest with us on something like we needed her to be honest with us about. So this right here, no, never would I enable that.
Nope.
I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to sit in your chat and be like one of those dumbasses. Oh, man, you don't owe anybody anything. It's none of their business. That's
and
we're
if anyone
laughing
has
at
a problem with Wee's comment, you should know this was Wee's job. Treating people in intensive care. They're degree subjects.
We give us
argue with Wee.
History lessons and mornings. We love her.
Yeah, she argued with New Jersey Robin too.
Who's a nurse who worked in the medical field for a long time.
There's a lot of people in the medical field that are looking at her and going, nope, and nope. It's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
And that's what set all of this in motion. Let me explain to y'all. This is what set it in motion. When she came in or on her YouTube channel with some air in a can that hikers use, that skiers use, she was showing everybody this air in a freaking can off Amazon.
That's what was saving her life.
And said that was what was saving her life. And everybody was like, no, that's not oxygen, the kind of oxygen that if you're on oxygen that you're hooked up to. So people were, questioning her on that. They weren't letting her off the hook on the oxygen thing. Something about a pulse ox too. There's a couple other things that were major too. I can't remember everything. So she was getting some feedback. She didn't know how to handle it. She went into a panic. Excuse me. And when she went into this panic, rather than, I got the hiccups. Rather than just, let it go or whatever. There's a list of things you could do besides act like you're on your deathbed in a coma while threatening everybody with, God, y'all, I feel like I'm losing my mind talking about it because I've never seen anything.
This is what's annoying me. This is what is annoying me most of all. Lots of people do nutty shit on the internet. It's not new. What is annoying me is her failure to interact with anything that actually happened, and to try and make it that you people want to believe whatever you want to believe, and you people, either you like me or you dislike me, all this sort of stuff. It's just the total deflection. And the other day she was going on about, why would I do this? And what logic? All the sort of the calls to authority, all the fallacies. If we knew why you would do this shit, we could write a book. You're going to have to look for more specialist help with that answer. My guess would be attention, and the fact that you wanted to try and control the narrative and shame people and threaten people into not questioning you. It's something that we've experienced with you before in the emails that you've sent to us. That's how we knew that you were writing the stuff on that community wall, because you were writing in exactly the same way and with exactly the same kinds of threats and drama that you do when you email people, and, the same kind of length.
Yep. Oh, that's definitely how everybody, because we aren't the only ones who had gotten threats from this nut, throughout her time on YouTube. She threatened a lot of people behind the scenes with the mafia that she's not in. And that's how people knew, like, this is her same way of speaking, just look at it.
And how much money did she claim that her town raised for her?
What was that amount, Tanga?
$650,000. And while she was just praising how her town gets together for people that are down, she failed to even mention the great gift that they gave to her and her family. It's crazy.
$650,000 that they just raised in a matter of days. Just boom, and it was raised.
There ain't no way. That's
because she's such a celebrity there.
That's a lie from the pits of hell, y'all. If y'all believe that, don't speak to me. We ain't the same.
Oh, there were so many lies, and that's why, she's come on here and saying that she says she's sorry. She said, I'm sorry if I hurt you, but she did not apologize. Like, an apology needs to be for something specific, right?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
She said, I heard that people wanted me to apologize, that I hurt people. And they said if I apologize, then, they would let it go. No.
Yeah.
I've never been interested in an apology.
I've never asked.
You said own your shit. You did not own your shit.
I would just like some truth. I don't give a damn about an apology.
Right. Me either. Just own your shit.
I don't want one.
She came in here and lied to everyone.
An apology.
I would like to point out to Hush Pup, who was in the chat and who was mightily offended by the fact that I came in and asked two simple questions without any emotional drama attached to them. They said, didn't you say that she was on something? I don't believe I've ever said that.
No.
I think you might be referring to the Pills Baby meme that we use a lot for loads of people, that is from Parks and Recs. But if you're so offended by a comedy meme, you might be appalled to know that in that actual thread conversation, Queen OG wished for me to have a wheelchair made out of bones so that dogs could tear me apart.
She sure did.
You must be appalled by that. She did try and edit it quite quickly, but Stars had already screen capped it.
Shout out to Stars.
So, don't come at me with the drama over a meme unless you're going to be equally offended by stuff like that, which I presume you won't be. Not that I care either way what your opinion is, but I'm just saying consistency.
Right.
She does, Stars. She really thinks she's the smartest person in the room. She's not. You made a fool of yourself, OG. And I know that that's hard for you to accept, but you did. You embarrassed yourself. You embarrassed your family.
Send her to bed.
You should have went to bed instead of what you tried to pull off. Now, how'd that work out for you? Now, look at you now. Now, you're going to have some enablers. They're going to be like, oh, my God, it's none of their business. They don't have to show you anything. Forgetting all the stuff you were doing behind the scenes. You ain't going to fill them in on that. I know you won't. But this is what you should have done. You should have took your ass to bed, slept off whatever was going on, come back, act right. You didn't do that.
You could have just got over it. That was always an option. The bone chair thing was really strange to and I'm ashamed to say that I know I was meant to get really upset about it, but I didn't. But I did spend far too much time trying to work out the physics of how you would make a bone wheelchair and what exactly sort of weight-bearing bones you would need.
Well, she also steals a lot of her jokes.
Definitely, it's got to be femurs.
Pearl, we discovered that she steals a lot of those jokes too, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we saw where she got her one-liner.
Seriously,
for her last video.
Yeah,
your last video where you did the cake recipe, which is actually the famous fuck off pie from TikTok, one of the oldest TikToks ever made. I posted it in the Discourse so people could listen to it, and it was word for word. I mean, I'll give you that. You remembered it well. But you claim to be a comedian, but you rip off all your material from very old sources. There's nothing original. You're not quick on your feet. You don't have any spontaneous wit. If you're going to tell me that you're a comedian, you better be funnier than me.
Yeah. You better be funnier than me and Pearl, damn it. And you ain't.
Not even close.
You are stealing lines from way back. I listened to them, lady.
From TikTok.
You're writing them down and you're editing your little intros. If you were as smart as a baseball, well, then I would hate to be the bat, because all that stuff it did not originate from you. Ha.
She plagiarized it.
Just a mess. I tell y'all, YouTube is a funny place.
I got some good news.
Okay.
We hit our goal like a while ago.
Hey!
Yay!
I didn't want to interrupt. I put it in the chat. But we hit our goal. So we get to see Soup's intro. So we can all take a deep breath.
And what I love about this,
that is funny.
Hey, Amanda.
That is funny. That's hilarious.
I tried to figure out for the longest time who the hell was calling her a Barbie, because she kept saying that. And I'm like, who started this? Was it her? Because she's the only person I ever heard saying that.
She kept saying that Purple called her that maybe one time years ago, and she held on to it like a dog with a bone and did not let go of it.
Right?
Nobody was
mention bugs and bones is triggering me. Sorry, darling. Carry on.
Purple did call her a trash can bar.
Well,
if the lid
this
fits.
is hilarious, though. I've never talked about my looks. That is right up there with me saying I've never mentioned gay pirates.
Oh,
okay,
yes,
then.
You have. Hey, Steph B. Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming through. So we hit our goal.
This target then.
Yeah.
Soupy's going to go live again. And as an extra birthday present, I said to her, would you like me to do an intro for you? And I was really pleased that she said yes, because I really would have been upset if she just said no. I wanted to do her intro. But I'm not.
I want Pearl to do an intro.
So everything here is, apart from the quote at the start, which is obviously a famous quote from a cult leader.
Nice God, tell the truth.
An in-joke. Everything else is created by me, music and images, and made with love.
I love you, Pearl. I love this intro.
Somebody's gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Let me tell you what I love. I love that flute coming in with the drums. I love the fact that Eligio Bishop, aka Nature Boy, and Cody Brown are right there yapping. It's just so many things. I love the red bird. Y'all know what the red bird means to me, especially.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Pearl with the details. I love it. I just love it.
You did an amazing job, Pearl. That's fantastic, and it suits her so well.
Yeah, she did. She nailed it. Thank you, Vicki. I'm gonna start going live again, y'all. There's no reason for me not to anymore. Pearl's made damn sure of that.
She's gotten rid of all your excuses.
She's like, what? Another one? No, ma'am. We got you now.
You got to go live just so you can, use that intro.
Yeah.
I'm going to play it again just so people can see the details. I'm sorry. You shouldn't enjoy your own work, but I do. I'm sorry.
No, you should.
Reflect on it, and yes, I don't care.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Vicki wants you to talk about Natalia Grace.
You're going to be in for a treat because I just finished it. Pearl, 2 new episodes came on last night.
I know. That's my thing. I'm going to watch them tonight. I've seen the first 2 yesterday, and honestly, my mind is just like wheels.
You get angry.
Seriously.
You feel everything watching it. You get angry with her. And frustrated, and then you're like, poor thing, she's brainwashed or being blackmailed, and then you get so pissed off again because is she manipulating these good people, y'all? Oh, it's good. Y'all gotta watch. It's not like the last time where the original adoptive father, it's all about him. No, if you haven't saw The Curious Case of Natalia Grace, the last chapter, because I think they're done. It's only 4 episodes. Thank you, Queen Bella. You too. You got to watch it because the way this starts and ends is a roller coaster. I could watch it twice.
What's it on?
It's on ID Discovery Plus. If you have that, means if Discovery Plus has it, HBO Max will have it. I don't know if Hulu or Disney. They might. I know it's on Discovery Plus and HBO Max. It's good.
It's absolutely wild. I mean, she is manipulative. Don't get me wrong, she is. But there's a certain extent to which she's emotionally damaged, and also there's an element of survival instinct in it, because it's how many people now have physically abused her, and this is not out of her own mouth. This is at the mouth of third parties who have seen her being abused. She refused to talk about a lot of the things that have happened to her. I feel like she manipulates as a way of like trying to save her own life, because she's been put in real physical danger in some of these situations. That's not to say that I have any great warmth towards her. I pity her. But she's a very complicated and difficult person in her own right. But a lot of that is what's happened to her.
You can't fault her for who she has become.
And the people around her are just as nuts. The only ordinary people with any sort of normal response that I've seen so far in this documentary are the DePaul family, who are also a family of little people, who tried to adopt her years ago. And the bizarre husband and wife team who first adopted her and were the subject of the first season, suddenly decided that they weren't going to play ball, and so it never happened. But if they had been able to adopt Natalia, she probably would have had a far better life and emotionally and psychologically a far more balanced person. But now they're taking her on, trying to help her. I mean, I haven't seen the last 2 episodes. They're trying to help her at the age that she is now as a grown adult with all of this continued trauma, even more trauma than when they first met her. And it's already complicated. I'm fascinated to see the last 2 episodes.
You're going to call me on Discord after you watch it. Watch what you're going to be like, whoa. But let me tell you.
Of course I will.
You this might be one
immediately in Discord with you.
the man's family. I knew something was off with them as well when we ended it last season. I'm like, no, and I think everybody felt that way. Something's off with them too. And he wants to be a bishop. He demands that you call him bishop, although he hasn't been ordained to be a bishop. But somehow, he reminds me of Bishop, Nature Boy, Eliseo Bishop. He's got that type of personality. And the wife, I just cannot stand that bun flopping on top of her head. I just want to take a hold of it. And do not. I need to keep my violent thoughts to myself sometimes. Every time I see that bun flopping and the ignorance, just hearing that ignorance come out of her mouth. Oh, God, I can't stand her.
Oh, feel better, 6.
You must shut this live down immediately. Y'all look.
Immediately.
But yeah, that's if you haven't watched it, you got to watch it. And I'm going to cover it once this weather breaks and this child goes back to school. Hell far. But
mine are all back now.
Lucky.
Yep.
Half of America is getting hit with this crazy snowstorm.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, even in the South, we're getting it. It don't snow here anymore, hardly. And we're getting it right now. So what else is going on out here?
Tanga, tomorrow I would like you to take care of your wife.
I know, right? Well, had she not taken off with the camper, I'd be with her.
We will close down this account. I love this troll account. I'm here for the revival. Yes, ma'am. But you know what? This is the kind of stuff I love. This is why I love these troll accounts, because when Queen OG was in her fake coma, this is the stuff she was hitting people with. No joke. You know, she's going to sue Six Up Media, Earth. She is going to, if she dies, her and her husband and children are already coming up with a plan on how to get money. There is just so much that this woman said that is insanity. Anybody with any lick of common sense would never come on here and say, right? No, she was just all too happy to throw it around her community wall post and in the comment sections. And by the
wild behavior. Yeah.
Well, her hubnound is calling YouTube legal department all the time.
Speaking of husbands,
before I get into
by the fake news that Frank and Harper were married, and it turns out they're not married, but they do have a baby. Again,
y'all, I can't.
I think that might be questionable. Is it a doll, a dog, a kitten?
Do y'all remember Frank and Harper? I know most of y'all remember Frank and Harper. It was this couple. Well, they weren't a couple, then they become a couple. They meet in chats on YouTube.
Right.
And then they meet up in real life. They hang out for a couple of weeks.
She sucks his finger or vice versa. I'm not sure.
And then there was some pretty wild accusations that went around too.
Yeah.
Yes. So that we won't get into on here. Some very wild accusations.
Not going to entertain them because,
But so listen here though. So Frank and Harper are back. They're touching down in chats to see. They're testing the water, seeing what they can get by with, who's going to be okay with it. Now, Frank never could come here and act out like he does in other chats because I ain't going to do it. I don't know. But anyway, so they are now telling people, for those of you that know Frank and Harper, that they have a baby. I think Harper is in her late 40s. I'm not age shaming. Anything is possible. Highly unlikely. She's in her late 40s and just had a baby with poor old Frank.
But they're not going to introduce that baby to YouTube. They just went on YouTube to announce it, but aren't going to talk about it. Not going to. They don't want to talk about the baby.
I love that. The Kurt and Courtney, they want to too. And you know what? They love that really funny,
because the baby they claimed the baby's name was Cash Bean.
Heidi said that they named their camper Cash.
Their camper Cash.
That's what Heidi said, that she had named her camper Cash. She was very excited. That's what Harper named the baby.
After her camper?
Who names their camper? I would just call it the camper.
The camper. That's my damn camper. Who names
It's probably not even her camper. Remember, doesn't she share that camper with somebody?
The neighbor.
Why did she get naming rights?
Does your camper have a name? Tanga. You and Six, your camper, does it have a name?
Yeah, what's the camper's name? I didn't know it was a thing.
I mean, apart from the passion wagon.
Good life.
Welcome to the good life. But yeah, so Frank and Harper want everybody to think that they have a baby. Anything is possible. I'm not one to be trolled easily, though. A lot of people are. I just told you a lot of people. Well, not a lot, but some people believe that Queen OG was actually in a coma. So there will be people that believe it.
Some people still believe it.
Right. So there will be people that believe that Frank and Harper have a child together. They are playing you all. And
people like Mr. Bacon.
Huh?
I said people like Mr. Bacon.
I know.
Mr. Pork.
But I've heard people congratulate them. Are you okay? What are you congratulating?
Have you not been right? Have you not been following along? You're going to congratulate that? That would be terrifying if it was for real. Absolutely terrifying. The poor child. Come on, think about this.
And they have a reputation of trolling people with real life stuff, not normal trolling, like sick type trolling. Like now we have a baby. The fuck you do? If I'm wrong, I'll be wrong, but I doubt I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. They ain't got a baby, y'all. But y'all keep congratulating them. I cannot. There's people actually congratulating this foolery. Oh, Mrs. T, stick around. I know you're in the bushes. I'm about to get to you. Hold on.
I can't.
Now, I just jumped real quick. I want to get into this. Mrs. T. Mrs. T.
Oh, yeah, Mrs. T.
Come on up to the front. Go ahead and type if you want to. Please don't block her if she does.
Beating up her community wall. Mrs. T. How embarrassing.
So she wanted, Mrs. T wanted to write me a book. And I purposely didn't read the whole thing. Because I don't give a damn. Here's the thing. All that manipulation you're doing, which is in the first paragraph.
She offered to show you her ileostomy. I can't say
it. I don't give a fuck about your ileostomy. Okay? You will not manipulate me with shit like that. That doesn't work. You understand me?
It's
No.
not material to what's being said. No one has any issue with whether you've had a medical problem or not. If you had an ileostomy, okay. Lots of people have had medical problems. That's not the issue. The issue is the begging.
Yep.
The begging that you did. And I'll tell you again, I'll make this clear to everybody. If you hit Cindy up for money and I find out, or any of us,
we're going to put you on blast.
We're going to embarrass you. We've made it clear. She is not your bank. Understood?
She wasn't even your friend. You didn't even know her. You happened to be in a Discord that she happened to be in. That's it. You don't even know how to spell her name, you big dummy. But you asked her for money.
I've got the screenshot of your
attitude. If somebody is in a Discord with you, that their DMs are open for you to ask for whatever you want, is bizarre. Where do you get this philosophy from that anybody who coexists in a Discord with you means that they're open to be tapped up for money?
That's practically a stranger. That's weird. You don't.
And then let's also get into Lenny saying that
they were great friends.
They were great friends, Mrs.
For a long time.
And Cindy, that is not true. Cindy came to us and said, "I don't even know her."
Of course. This is absolutely part of the course with you, Linny. Like your sudden realization that all the business with vintage and whether Perp should pay the money back, that your opinion on that's changed. When I made the video about Perp saying that she just wanted vintage to shut up, and Heidi said, "Well, why don't you pay her back?" And she said, "Well, I haven't got the money." I made a little video about that, and you're underneath calling Perp the next Ziggy, calling her a scammer. But now suddenly when it's talked about in Perps, no, you never believed that. And yes, you remember Perp offered to pay her the money back. You can't remember what you said last week. I've never known anybody swing for the walls like you do.
It's wild to watch. It really is. It's like watching someone. I really don't know how to explain what it's like watching Lenny. That's why I've got her blocked, but you can still see her comments. The only thing is you can't see them in a live chat. It's
hilarious. And then she tries to insinuate that I was trying to tap her up for information about Jenna. I couldn't give a damn. I never DM'd you, Linny. I never wanted to get stuck in a DM conversation with you. I was the person who was, I was like the Matrix. You know when you watch The Matrix and Neo was dodging the bullets? That was me every time you offered to DM information to people. I did not DM you. Ever.
And she did it from a wheelchair because she meant it.
That was all of us, though. I swear it was. Oh, God, Lenny's typing. What's this going to be? What conspiracy? What ideas does she have now on what's going on? Whatever. It's wild.
And I heard that Lenny had the audacity to say that somebody was going to leave Purple a 3-paragraph comment. What? Lynn, are you out of your damn mind?
The Charles Dickens of Discord. Charles Dickens famously was paid by the word by London newspapers, which is why his novels are so fucking long. Yes, and the modern day Charles Dickens of Discord starts saying that other people are writing novels. Please,
Lenny. Now,
that was the big joke that people would see a big old long comment and then see it was by you. And then they were just like, yeah, no, I'm not reading.
I'm not reading all that. Just
we'll
like
pull a Purple on you.
Now, just like you, Mrs. T, let me get back to you for a minute. Now, I want you to feel this in your soul. I didn't read all this because I don't give a damn. You understand me? You wrote all this for nothing. And guess what? I wouldn't even known that you tagged me had anyone not even showed me. Reading just a few sentences, I know what this is. This is pure manipulation. Feel sorry for me. How dare the big bad soup tell me not to be bumming one of her friends? I'm not a bum. I was in the hospital. 15 different things happened to me. I'm going to make this very simple for you again. It's not about you being sick in the hospital, your truck breaking down, all the things that you're going to come up with. You do not hit Cindy up for money. It's weird. You don't know her like that. And even if you did, she owes you nothing. You understand me? Now you can write, you can go beat up your community wall posts now. I'm not going to read it. You're going to have Lenny up under there. That's it. And a few other stragglers I don't give a fuck about. Don't hit Cindy up again. The end.
And that goes out for everyone.
Sorry, Karen, darling.
I was just saying, period. That goes on for everyone. Leave Cindy alone. She is nobody's bank, and she will tell you no. So you're just going to embarrass yourself. Plus, we're going to put you on blast. And she's not going to give you a dime. We have cut her off. Cut her off. She cannot. Her money is no longer good on YouTube or Discourse or wherever else you're hitting her up.
And I got the message.
Cindy's got health issues of her own. It doesn't seem to bother any of you when you try and tap her up for money.
No, well, it didn't bother. Hold on. It didn't bother Mrs. T on September 12th, 2024. Now, I ain't going to read all this, but play with me if you want to, Mrs. T. Go ahead. Because you can't deny what you did. You don't know her. You were getting plenty of help from Purple, and them helped you. I ain't got nothing for them, but them people over there helped you. So why are you hitting other people up in the DMs? And one of them being Cindy. How dare you?
They were dragging you. They were admitting that they'd given you more than you needed, more than you were asking for. But yet you were still asking other people as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. T, I don't know what it is about you, and I don't care. I think I've told you this before, too. You cannot just be still somewhere. You get accepted by some people, a group, whatever, and you are like, no, this ain't cool. I got to blow this up somehow. And you always do it. Why don't you just be chill, sit down, be still, hang with your crew, and stop looking for ways to stab them in the back? Like, you know that that's what your reputation out here is about. Like, you don't have a reputation. The reputation you have is shit. It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. And Soup just kind of gave you a little bit of PG voice in that impression. That was like an upgrade from what your voice actually sounds like. So
you need to stay where you are, thank those people where you're at, and hope that they keep you around and you don't screw them over. But you're going to. It's what you do. But you can't.
Yeah, well, you mentioned the other amazing level of stupidity that's going on at the moment. People being catfished out of sympathy for the Summer Wells case into wanting to crowdfund a private investigator to find out who Prayer Garden is, just so Ziggy can serve a protection order. And she goes on about, we need to know who she is. We need to know how long she's known the Wells. Did she know beforehand? Did she come to YouTube in order to cover for them? We need to know this for Summer's case. It's sort of like, that's just the tagline. And if you people fall for that, you think that if there wasn't something important to know, after all the involvement of YouTube in the Summer Wells case, that the TBI and the local police in Tennessee would not be aware of Prayer Garden's channel, then you're a fool. You're just being sold a lie You're just being sold a line so that you will hand over money to allow Ziggy, allegedly, to hire a private investigator to find out information. And she had a list of people that she wanted to find out the information on because she can't cope with being challenged. Somebody who infamously built their channel on slandering a family with fake CPS details, and then had her friend get up on panel and pretend to be a friend of the foster family that had taken in the Wells boys. When you got up on Cher's panel and you talked about the way that Candace would punish the boys, and you mentioned a specific act that involved their private parts, all the things that you've said, but oh no, suddenly someone looks at you sideways and looks at your new husband sideways, a man that you only met because you were interfering in a legal case. It's the end of the world. And these people should not have any anonymity at all. And you should be able to use the free benefits of the law to serve them with protection orders. You're a joke.
She wants to serve. Not only does she want to dox Prayer Garden, Tragedy Pimps Exposed, and a few other people, she wants to also serve them with protection orders. This lady is insane.
You want to know what's even more insane? The amount of people that were sitting in that chat acting like that sort of shit is okay.
Nobody spoke up and said,
nobody.
That is crazy. Don't do that. It's wrong. Nobody. Not a one.
If you
They're so outraged by Prayer Garden saying things about Fred and Ziggy, but they will sit there while Ziggy does, talks to herself with bits of cardboard with pictures on, and makes up theories about things that Andy has done and things that people have been involved with. She has no problem speculating and making the most terrible allegations about other people, and you all sit there and you're fine with it. But when somebody else does it to Ziggy and Fred, it's the end of the world.
I don't know how they just sit there and yeah, that's completely normal. You should find out who these people are and just serve them with a protection order because they speak against you and Fred. Yeah, that's just what? You should have never came to the internet. You should have never started a YouTube channel. People are going to have things to say about you. But you know what? I'm not going to waste my breath explaining that to you because there's seriously something wrong with you. This is like the second or third PO she's tried to serve on somebody on here.
Yeah, it's insane. Grandma Sherry says, PG, I don't care, but leave TPE alone. That's the thing.
Right.
If you don't stand up for the people that, you don't really care about, eventually it ends up affecting the people you do care about. Wrong is wrong. And when you see it's wrong, you got to stand up and say it's wrong.
I'm going to say, Tragedy Pimps Exposed, unlike you, Ziggy, with your little tarot cards where you tell yourself stories about other people's motivations as if they're facts, and you say the most awful things about people, Tragedy Pimps Exposed will actually use your own words. She doesn't hypothesize. She doesn't make things up. She plays what you say and she shows what you do.
It's your own words, lady. Are you okay? Grandma Sherry said, fine, I'll include Prayer Garden.
Thank you, Grandma Sherry. I'm
really proud of you, Grandma Sherry.
But I get her sentiments. I get where she's coming from.
I do too. I totally do. But that's the thing, is when we don't stand up for the things that aren't important to us, but it's wrong, but it doesn't affect us. Eventually it's going to affect us. Little devil. Thank you.
Thank you.
And don't get me wrong, Prayer Garden's absolutely full of shit. I mean, I go back to the whole debacle with the cannibal guy from Scotland.
Oh, remember that?
Oh, wow. Memories. Wow.
She will come up with the most ridiculous bullshit. But the thing is, You're not in a position to throw stones at her glass house from your glass house, Ziggy. Just because she's anonymous, it doesn't mean that she's doing anything worse than you're doing.
Right.
Ziggy, you're just going to have to get over the fact that, well, people are going to talk about you regardless, and you're unlikable. So you're going to have more people talking about you. And
you said, and you're unlikable.
It's just the truth. Just tell the truth and shame the devil.
Truth.
You're just not a likable person, lady. And so you got more. You've had clip channels out about you since about the first 6 months you were here. So this is just going to keep happening. You're just going to be that person that goes to the courthouse every time. I want to get a protection order because they spoke about me. Stop.
It's absurd.
I wonder how many different protection orders you can try and make stand before they call you a vexatious litigant.
Right?
What's
If
that?
You're going to cry
so many-
wolf so many times.
Perhaps the problem's you.
Now, what, Amanda, the woman in Hawaii who's now in Vegas? Who's that? Who was in Hawaii that's now?
Is it the one that, like, she lived in Hawaii and then she was going to go to New York and ended up in Los Angeles?
Are you talking about Rose? Huh? I don't know what she's talking about.
I don't know. I'm trying to get clarification.
Is that what she wants? A Queen of Kings update?
Recap? Is that what she wants?
I don't know. I thought she was talking about that missing person that wasn't missing, that went.
Oh, was there some? Oh, you got it. Rose and Brett. Oh, you watched them, Amanda?
Brett. A lot of people watch them.
Yeah, I didn't know she watched them. I think they moved back to the States. I think they moved back to Arizona. Yeah. King of Queens. Yeah, they're back in Arizona. And I don't know, things got a little too messy with that family. And she was copyright hitting everybody that covered her, even if it wasn't bad coverage. She was just hitting everybody. It was getting messy. People were calling CPS on her and her husband, and never mind. I'm taking a step back. They're good. But yeah, she's still around. Hopefully she's doing better. She tried to give herself a home perm last time I saw her, and it just didn't turn out right.
Hey, TT.
Perm, I haven't heard of one of those for a good few years.
Everybody kept telling her, don't do it. And it was the one in the green box, the olive. Don't do it. Don't do it. She was going to do finger waves. That's what it was. And she ended up screaming, getting in the shower and washing all of it off of her hair. Yeah, she was getting everybody. When her and Brett got into that physical altercation, I don't know if you remember that one.
I remember. I think you did a show on it.
Yes, but she was scouring the internet for anybody that had that, because she was live when it happened.
Yeah.
Anybody that had it, she was copyright. She wasn't going to ask you to take it down. She was going to hit you with the copyright. Usually relationships like that, they're so toxic. They'll do good for a little while and they'll go back to their old ways. But I really want to see them do good. They're a family. They've got 4 little children. Man, I hate it.
Madison, why are you going back to the bushes? Stay out of the bushes.
We
There's
like
some weirdos in the bushes, Madison. Be careful. Sometimes we hangs out there.
Right. We protect everything.
I don't know what happened to Amanda in whatever chat tonight, but I hope you're okay, Amanda. And
What happened?
I've got no idea. I just saw this comment that's pinned to the screen.
Oh, I didn't see it. Pearl said, I don't know. I'm just looking at the comment pinned to the screen.
And we has asked you all to please hit that thumbs up, and I concur. Also, replay crew, can you go ahead and please hit that thumbs up for us?
And
we appreciate it.
And yes, please. And also make sure if you want to argue us down, not your business is not one of your talking points.
Yeah, come at us with an intelligent argument.
Yes.
And
that's watered
we'll
down.
see if we
can
can
read it because we don't give a damn.
Right. Well, no, I mean, sometimes I like the comments.
We read the comments. We do read.
I
them.
read the comments.
No, I was just
Like
teasing because of what Stu said to Mrs. T.
Oh,
yeah.
right. Oh, I ain't reading that shit.
Mrs. T isn't gonna have an intelligent comment. Come on.
That's why I left her on red. Girl, you tagged me and everything. Wasted all that time. I bet that took you an hour, didn't it? I ain't reading that.
Hey, did she tag you correctly? Because her friend Purple isn't able to actually tag people correctly very often. So
now I think you have to be subscribed to them to tag them.
Yep.
I don't know. I tried to tag Wee from my channel and it wouldn't let me.
And you're subscribed.
You're not subscribed to Wee? What the heck?
I'm subscribed to Wee though. I'm one of her mods.
Yeah.
You're probably blocked.
You don't have to be subscribed to be a mod.
You know what? I wouldn't doubt it.
Right, Remy. You mean bringing something up, then saying it's not your business isn't appropriate. People out here are wild. They will throw all their business out on the internet. Then you'll be like, huh? What? Did you say that? Did that really happen?
None of your business.
Nope. You don't get away with it that easy. Get your
the classic. Why are you on the American internet?
Or that with
an opinion.
Yes. That's actually been said. That's actually been said to Pearl, some other people. You're not from here. So suddenly you don't have an opinion on what's happening in the sector? That doesn't even make sense. That's about as good as the argument, it's not your business.
That's probably why you got blocked, Tanga, for your innocent #innocent and your #Andy's innocent, whatever it is. What is that campaign you're on?
The
#innocent Andy. That's it, ain't it, Tanga?
That's probably why we keep
Andy Innocence Project.
The Andy's Innocence Project.
Yeah, we're making a documentary.
Is it international?
It's absolutely international.
It's international, y'all. So you're going to lose her mind. I
gather that Jodie Sue had some sort of major meltdown during this week, but I can't say that I saw her because I can't make out what she says.
Yeah, I saw her that she was live for like a lot of hours or whatever, but I didn't go watch.
Who?
Jodie Sue.
Oh,
JSB.
Yeah. Anyway, it kind of looked like they were going to have a kumbaya moment, and then Jodie, she pissed all over it.
She can't help herself, can she?
She cannot.
Jodie Sue doesn't. I don't think she has a friend. She's like, fuck y'all suck.
So she's not going to get on the Andy's Innocence Project bandwagon?
She's not involved in the Andy Innocence Project.
Okay.
Probably hates you for that, Andy's Innocence.
She hated me before. Why not?
I only knew that Jodie Sue Brown had been live and that it was controversial because I saw that both Ziggy and Crystal were sort of both in the same time slot talking about it. I didn't watch either.
I'd like to make it clear to Jodie Sue real quick. I've never spoke to Andy ever, other than saying hi in chats here and there. So please don't start weaving me into your story. I didn't do it.
You know she will. I'll be right back, y'all.
All of a sudden, I've been to Beach Creek. Me and Super up to something.
That's where the pink bus went. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Oh, now you're going to put the pink bus there in Tennessee and throw 6 up under the bus like that?
Oh, that's where she's hiding. I'm sick. I'm sick. Can you imagine driving a camper through the snowstorm that we just had during that route?
Well, at least you wouldn't get lost. You're nice and pink.
That's true. Easy to find.
That's right.
I must admit, I was surprised when Susan informed everybody that the UK hadn't had any snow yet. I was wondering what the white stuff was outside my window. Somebody spilled about 50 tons of cocaine on my lawn.
Oh my God.
Don't you hate when that happens? Yeah, Pollyanna, I'm sure Ziggy's coverage was riveting.
Oh, I've got another question. I'm going to go back to the beginning for Queen OG. Ma'am, why were you live in the dark?
What?
She was live in the dark through that whole live.
Oh, was she?
Yeah. And for a good 30 minutes, no one was typing. I almost felt bad.
I saw that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Then Mr. Bacon came in.
Mr. Bacon. But this is the lady that's always screaming at people to cam up. But she was live in the dark. I just thought that was so bizarre.
Well, maybe she had a wonky eyelash. I mean, nobody wants to go in public like that.
Well,
never bothered her before.
No.
Oh shit.
I just had to ask that, but I'll probably get hit with it's none of your business.
Star says, well, it fits her personality in the dark. She seems to stay in the dark.
Oh, did she, Earth? Okay. From the darkness.
Amanda.
Look, she looks well. She looks better than she's looked for a long time. She looked healthier, and I'm glad for that. I'm always glad that people look healthier.
Yeah.
And I hope that carries on. But I'm just talking about the reality of all the bullshit that went down. You can't just come back and act as if none of that madness happened.
Well, it would be like me not being able to take the heat. Say everybody turned on me in this chat, or you all turned on me, or got on to me because I was like, same thing that happened with her. And then I go away. But later on tonight, I'm going to make a big old long community wall post and say that I'm in the hospital on life support. Who the hell is going to be okay with that? And then I'm going to pretend like I'm my husband and threaten all you jerks and all you in the chat making your comments and threaten all y'all with my husband. But it ain't my husband. It's me typing.
I think your husband's going to be pissed you pulled him into some YouTube bullshit.
Oh, my God. He would be done. That would be, you know what? You can't.
There would be no more internet at your house.
That would, he would seriously, if you can't handle this, get the hell off. Seriously. I've got a feeling that her husband is actually sick of this shit.
I would imagine.
He's probably told her, if you get back on that damn YouTube, don't you dare mention my name.
I don't think he has a clue. I don't think he has a clue. I don't think he has the slightest idea what he's been typing on YouTube.
I would love for him to see what he's been typing on YouTube.
Oh,
and the
that
threats
would
he's made.
Be hilarious, I bet.
He ain't got a clue.
I'm sure he don't. I would be shocked if he does.
Yeah. I think he knows what she did. Though I do think he knows what she did. And he just don't want no parts of it.
No, I think he just sends her to her closet.
Yep.
This is very flippant, but there's an element of seriousness underneath it if it was actually true, which we know it's not. If in reality I had slipped into a coma and my partner's immediate response was to hit up the law office and try and get my life insurance before I'd even officially carked it.
Right?
Yeah.
checking my brake cables at every opportunity.
Yes, seriously.
There is so much I forgot that she done during that time.
Yeah, that was it. He was back. I mean, she's like, according to the posts, like not expected to make it, but he had to come home and get ready for work and send the kids to school. That's
And
what
then
was
drive
in the community post. Like,
and
what?
then he had to drive her. Okay, he had to drive her.
He drove her. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't take an ambulance. They wanted to save on money. So he drove her. There's the school. I'll be right back. No school tomorrow.
No,
that'll be YouTube legal.
No, it was the red phone, guys. We've got to shut this down. Someone needs to save them. Columbo.
The fact that she
I
said
just
that,
found all of it really strange. First off, why are you even thinking about life insurance while somebody's still alive? Second, why are you going to a lawyer about life insurance? None of it made a bit of sense.
No,
not at all.
Life insurance through a 1-800 number.
Well, that was the mafia fault.
Shit.
Who said it was YouTube legal?
YouTube legal. Fox has got the mafia calling me. Oh, before we end, I want to read to you one of Queen OG's posts during this time, or comments under the comments section. This was to Nancy Spurgeon. That was not the problem. Now, this is Queen OG, but she's acting as her husband. Let's just keep that in mind. That was not the problem. She was called an addict when she wasn't and was bullied for that over and over again. That never happened. Her best friend, I'm leaving she does the manipulation with somebody lost their life. So that really affected her, especially considering she was dealing with low oxygen levels and was very confused because of it. Then she uses her best friend's son in this. Oh, God. I don't like this one. Hold on. Let me go.
There's so much bullshit in the different comments that she left that it's hard to be able to read it on YouTube, actually. That's how bad these comments were.
They're so bad that you just don't want to repeat them.
Yeah.
I love the fact that they talk about how confused she was all the time, but never so confused that she couldn't fire up the internet.
Right. Interesting how that works.
But I was earlier when we were looking for things going on back then. I come across some of these posts and the way that she talked to people and the crazy things that she had said during that time when she was supposed to be in a coma. It's just crazy to me.
Posting that picture into her Discord. Supposedly the husband knew to do that, right? That picture of somebody in a coma. And then getting mad at somebody that took the picture out of the Discord and said, I told you not to share this. Why am I getting messages? It's on a thumbnail. So now her husband is getting messages from people. Like, what? I just can't make any of it make sense. Like, so she didn't know anything was going on, but the moment one of the messages said, like, if she's not expected to, but if she wakes up, I'll give her phone. And, blah, blah. Well, Queen says she didn't have her phone for all that time. No phone, no tablet. All that time she was in the hospital. Like, what? You can have a phone in ICU. You can have a tablet in ICU.
Mm-hmm. I love the fact that either you in a coma or somebody who was sitting by your coma bedside decided now was the right time to change the title and about section of your TikTok account. That would be a high priority.
Well, they also, while she was in this coma, and they hid the channel and unhid the channel. And then all when the memberships went away because she hid the channel.
Oh, that'll mess up your memberships.
Yep. All those members only videos became public. And then suddenly this person knew which ones were like, oh, snap. Because people were mad about like what was on them and were speaking publicly about it. And then little by little, those particular videos were disappearing. Wow. Mm-hmm. How did your partner know which ones of those to hide? It's phenomenal.
And she kept making it clear that he didn't know he wasn't tech savvy.
Right. So he's not like her manager of her channel usually that would know all these things, because that would have made sense then. But no, the story is he came on and he didn't know anything about this. He just happened to find this tab open and went in there, and then lo and behold, it's her Discord.
He found everybody.
YouTube channel.
He found comment sections.
Yeah.
He found Six Up. He found Earth. He found Discord, different rooms in Discord. Hell, it took me a year or longer to figure out Discord. So this man who is not tech savvy at all, he found all the rooms in Discord. He knew how to drop pictures. He knew how to tag mofos. He was on it.
Right.
His wife is one of the founding fathers of the internet, so bow down.
Right. That's it. That must be what it is. It just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to as well, because I got to get off of here for the night too, y'all.
Yeah. I think we're all about ready to
Dictum.
Call it a night. Hey, Dictum.
Yeah, I'm ready.
No, she doesn't want to say hello to Tanka.
Oh, I see. I love you, Eliza.
All right, so I'm out.
Brill just ditched us. Brill just dropped. Didn't even say bye.
No, she did. She did. In the back
she did?
chat.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, I'll say goodbye for Pearl. She needed to go. I want to say thank you to everybody that and Soup too. Like she said bye, but she must really have to poop. She got out of here quick too.
She did.
I'm not sure when we're going to come back. If it's not Friday, then it'll be sometime next week, I imagine. Oh, look, TJ's here. Right when we're going to end. Hey, TJ.
Hey, TJ. We're saying
hello and
good
goodbye.
night. It's so good to have you here.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
TJ.
Let's see.
We were all getting ready to say goodnight, TJ.
Oh, you are? Okay, good night. Bye, y'all.
Good night.
I love you, TJ.
Well, at least
Good night,
I got to
everyone.
say hey.
Yeah, at least you got to say hey, and we will see you all either Friday or next week sometime. I'm guessing probably next week, but you never know. Things have been like crazy.
I'm hoping for Friday.
You're hoping for Friday? Well,
hoping
maybe
for
it'll be Friday. The stuff has been kind of crazy. So
yeah.
All righty.
All righty. At least y'all got to see me for a minute.
Yay.
Bye, y'all.
TJ,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm glad you got to see me.
Oh, I'm so glad I got to see you too, Bugsy. I'm
Good
so
night,
glad to
y'all.
get to see everybody. It's been a long day.
Can we play Julie's thing and the outro? You know how you hook them in together?
Yes.
What do you want? Julie's
intro and our outro. Can't you do them, stage them to where one plays and then the other does?
No, but I can do it. I can do
okay.
it manually.
Okay. Maybe we'll just do that.
What are you talking about? The Julie Applewhite show?
Yeah.
All right, hang on. Dang it! It's. Oh, okay. That's why. Operator error. We haven't watched that one for a long time. Okay, there it is.
I love it.
All right, we're gonna look at that one, and then we'll see you all hopefully Friday. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, guys.
So freaking awesome. I wish that I could be her. Too bad you're such a little prick. Why don't you lick my shit, you fucking bitch? And fuck your parents for having such a kind of a kid. Remember that I hate you, and please don't forget to go fuck yourself. La da 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 day.